Hi. So, even when we think of bank, we always think of loans. Apart from our savings accounts and current accounts and salary accounts and other liability relationships, it's always a loan that comes to mind whenever any bank is being discussed. So, I have been giving a clue where you don't need to have any income, you don't need to have any repayment, it's not mandatory. Still, you will be given a loan. So, if you are surprised, what is that kind of a loan? This is actually very lesser known product in the banks. We are all aware that there is something called home loan, which is called housing loan, personal loan, car loans, and various mortgages which we do, or overdrafts, or cash credits. These are the loans which is being given to individuals and financial institutions for business purposes or for individual requirements. End use is being ensured on this. Repayment is also tracked properly. And to avail that, the customer should have proper income proof apart from identity proof of the entity. Now, what is this loan where you don't need to have any repayment? You don't need to have any income proof. This is called a reverse mortgage. This is very less known product which will be exclusively given for senior citizens. So this is formed, we are all aware that there are regulators in India that governs the financial institutions. There is something called, Reserve Bank of India. Everybody is known about it. RBI is the appellate authority for the financial institutions. Then we have SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, that takes control of the mutual fund market and the shares. Then we have Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority, PFRDA, that takes care of the pension funds. Then we have IRDA, that takes care of the insurance products that is being sold by various financial institutions. It's called Insurance Regulatory Development Authority. Now, this is the one more which is very, very famous and that has been dealing with all home loans, is called National Housing Bank. Under the scheme of Income Tax Act 1961, 43 of 1961, and clause 16 of section 47, central government declared the following scheme, which is called reverse mortgage. We are all aware what mortgage is. Mortgage meaning, let us take the classic example of home loan, where house property is being given to the individual based on the salary. Bank, after processing it, pays the proceeds, pays the loan amount to the builder, and builder transfers the title to the bank. So in mortgage, what is the main advantage? The ownership of the title from the builder will go to the bank. As and when the individual keeps paying the money to the bank, the ownership of that mortgage property, that is house, slowly and steadily being transferred to the borrower. And once the total amount is paid along with the interest and there is no due for the bank on this property, the ownership is totally transferred to the borrower. This is mortgage. This is known to everyone. So what is reverse mortgage? This should be totally exactly opposite of the mortgage. Yes, I own a property, I give it to the bank, and banks keep paying me either the full amount which is sanctioned, or month on month it keeps paying me the amount. This is reverse mortgage. So in this case, the ownership still remains with me only. I am not transferring. But once the total money is, there are two options available. One, I can totally take the entire amount from the bank and transfer the title to the bank. Or alternatively, the bank can keep paying me month on month as if I pay an equitable monthly installment EMI. Bank can keep paying me month on month, and slowly the ownership can be transferred to the bank. Okay, who is eligible for this? This is actually given to people who are 60 and above, senior citizens, who is owning a property, whose children are in abroad. They need they are in need of financial assistance. So monthly medical expenses or whatever expenses they have, they need to meet it out. For that, in case they own a property in their name, which is devoid of any loan, which is free from any encumbrance, that property can be mortgaged to the bank, which is called reverse mortgage, and the bank can keep paying money to the senior citizen. So what is the proper criteria which is to be met on this? One of the individuals, like either husband or wife, should be minimum of 60 years of age. They should have touched the 60 years. In case a married couple are there, if not an individual, married couple are there, either of them should have been 60 years. So this is the main requirement. So how does the amount being worked out? Supposing the property is, say, for example, it is 1 crore, property value is 1 crore, 60% of the amount is being sanctioned as reverse mortgage amount. The rate of interest will be decided based upon the market conditions. So the tenor will be number of years that a person can avail is National Housing Bank says 15 years, but they have given a liberty to extend it for a period of 20 years. Say for example, from 60th year, a person is availing this reverse mortgage. Say for example, the property is worth 1 crore, 60 lakhs will be given to the senior citizen. This can be availed over a period of 20 years. Month on month amount can be availed, or lump sum amount can also be availed and then made use of for their requirement. So in this, the main requirement, as I told you, is it should be free from encumbrance and the title should be in that individual's name. These are the two main requirements. So you have to enter this loan agreement copy. You have to sign, and then the following particulars have to be obtained. So what are the particulars which the bank will be needing? Name and address of the owner. That is the asset. Supposing it is there in my name, I should give the name and proper address, maybe from the Aadhaar form. Permanent account number of the owner that needs to be given. Total area including the built up area detail, those should be given. Cost of acquisition and the year of acquisition should be mentioned. So cost of improvement and the year of improvement, if there is anything which is done for that asset, that house, that needs to be also mentioned. And name and address of the legal heirs, that needs to be given. Earlier, when this was formulated, this actually came into existence in the year of 2008. But many of the senior citizens are not aware still, and maybe we should take the responsibility of conveying it to people who are in need. You will definitely make an impact in their life. So earlier, when it came into practice, they said there should be a will that needs to be signed by the owner. Now it is dispensed with. We don't need to. So the disbursal of the loan can happen in the periodic payments also, and also lump sum payment in one or more tranches can be given. This is 60% of the loan property value, the market value of the property is being considered. So the assessment will be done by an assessor, and then the amount will be disbursed. In the reverse mortgage, as a legal heir shall be liable for repayment of the principal and interest in case. I will explain it in two scenarios. First scenario, these senior citizens, after availing the loan, supposing one of them die within 5 years. The existing, supposing husband dies, wife is there, still the amount can be paid to the survivor. Alternatively, the bank can sell the property and then settle the remaining amount to the survivor and the legal heirs. So this is scenario 1. Supposing the owner of the house dies in 5 years time. So absolutely, husband and wife can continue staying in that house. There is no problem in that. So let me explain it to you. In case after 5 years, The sanctioned amount is 60 lakhs. They availed the entire amount, but one of them died. The survivor can continue staying in that house. Or alternatively, the survivor can say that, yes, please sell the house and then settle the remaining amount. The bank will sell the house, take the money, along with the interest they will recover whatever is due to the bank, and remaining amount will be settled to the survivor and the legal heir. This is scene 1. Scene number 2. In case the borrower survives beyond the loan period, say for beyond 20 years, supposing they outlive and then they live beyond 80 years, what will happen to the loan? 1 crore is the property, 60 lakhs is the total amount given, along with that interest whatever amount comes. There are 2 options available to the borrower. 1, the legal heir or the borrower can settle the loan amount and then take the property back, or ask the bank to sell the property and then the differential amount, say for example 35 or 40 lakhs, with the balance between the loan amount and the sold amount can be settled back to the borrower or to the legal heir. But now when the borrower is alive, the money will be given to the borrower only. So 2 scenarios I explained. So what are the other important things which you need to look into? There is no repayment, but then when the property is sold, in case in 5 years time the owner dies, the property is sold and the remaining amount is paid to the legal heir. The legal heir has to pay the capital gain tax. So that needs to be looked into. So this is exactly why income tax has come in it. The borrower should pay all taxes related to the houses as long as he keeps staying in the house. So this should be his primary residential house. The valuation of the residential property is done at a periodic interval, and it shall be clearly specified to the borrower upfront. So valuation will keep changing. Bank shall have the option to revise the periodic lump sum amount at such frequency or intervals based on the revaluation of the property. So once it is revalued, the bank has a right to fix a lump sum amount or the loan amount according to the market conditions and market rates. Married couples will be eligible as joint borrowers for financial assistance. They can sign together. In such case, the age criteria of the couple would be at the discretion of the lending institution, subject to at least one of them being 60 years and above. So this is one of the criteria for this loan. The loan shall become due and payable only when the last surviving borrower dies or would like to sell the house or permanently moves out of the place. So 3 options are given. 1, the borrower dies or would want to sell the house or they want to move out of the city. So these 3 criteria, the loan will become payable. On death of the homeowner, the legal heirs have the choice of keeping or selling the house. If they decide to sell the house, the proceeds of the sale would be used to repay the mortgage, with the remainder go to the legal heirs. So as I told you, the tenure is for 20 years. However, the borrower can continue to occupy the house even if the loan period is over. So payments received on reverse mortgage loan will not attract income tax or capital gain tax. So this is very important. Okay, what are the important precautions as a borrower you are supposed to see? There are so many fine prints. For this loan document itself goes for 50 pages. Everybody signs it. Should I also sign it without seeing it? So you are taking the risk of it. So you need to go through. You have to read. Where is the need to read? If you are asking this, you need to take an informed decisions. And you cannot ask the bank to submit all these papers well in advance so that you will go through everything and then point by point you will read and then sign. So you need to make time to read it and then you need to sign. Understand? Okay, let me explain to you some critical parameters which you need to look into before signing these documents. As I told you, the documents will not be provided to you in advance. Some areas which you need to focus is reset clause. They will mention as a reset clause. So what is that? That allows them to change the interest rate in the future. So you should ask, what is this reset clause is about? So get to know the detail. So banks may set their reset clause 3 or 4 intervals. In 3 to 4 years time, they may reset it. The tenor is 15 to 20 years, as I told you earlier. So talk to your bank about it. They will say that, sir, this is a long period loan. We cannot maintain the same loan even if it is a fixed rate of interest reverse mortgage. So in that case, talk to the bank and then make them very clearly understand that you are or you are not interested in resetting it and then fix it at a fixed rate. So that you need to mention. So there will be certain terms like under exceptional circumstances. If it is stated in the loan agreement, please ask for clarity about what is this exception they are referring to. So what is this exceptional circumstances they are referring to? Please understand that. So first point which I told you is reset clause. Look for it. Second is exceptional circumstances if it is mentioned. Please understand what it is about. So common person thinks that the default ideally means non-payment of one or more loans, more installment of the loan. If some loan documentation, it can include divorce and death also as a devolvement. So in individual cases. And then involvement in the criminal cases also can happen. So these circumstances also will lead to default in the case of a reverse mortgage. So not only non-payment of one or two installments, death, divorce or some criminal involvement. So these also will cause into default. If the borrower whose original property papers are retained with the bank, so why disburse to the builder? In case bank is saying, okay, we will disburse it to the builder, that's not needed. So this is not a mortgage, this is a reverse mortgage. Actually the ownership is with you. So if that condition is there, please question the bank. So you need to get the money and the property will be slowly transferred to the bank in case of the reverse mortgage. So that you should be cleared with. Possession of property has been delayed in some cases when the check was issued in the builder's name. So do not accept to that in case you are buying a new house and then wanting bank to lend or you have money. So do not enter into any of these things. So direct payment should come from bank to you, to the borrower. Simple. Does the agreement enable assignment of your loan to a third party? No. Look for ambitious clauses and discuss with the banker. This cannot be further mortgaged there. It's a little technical, so you don't need to enter into the last point. That is not, for us to seriously look into. Some agreements say changes in employment, etc. have to be informed well in advance without qualifying the term well in advance. In case something is mentioned like, see, first clause we saw is reset clause. What is that reset clause they are referring to? Please ask for clarity. Second point is exceptional circumstances. What are those exceptional circumstances which they are referring to? Third is if they are saying, okay, you give the property to us. Third is default. Default meaning doesn't mean non-repayment of the loan installments. It also means divorce, death, or civil litigation against criminal offence. So these also will come into. And the fourth point which we wanted to clarify is well in advance. In case they are mentioning, ask for the details like what is it about well in advance. Is issuance of a pre-approved letter should not be considered as a commitment by the bank to grant the housing loan or the reverse mortgage. Processing fees is not refundable. These are the clauses which you will normally see. The above are the only indicative instances. So I am only giving you out of 50 pages which are the critical points which you need to look into. So why I am mentioning all these 4 or 5 points is you have to go through the entire terms and conditions of the agreement and then sign it across, because you have sufficient time, ample time, and you have already touched, the borrower is already touched 60 years of age. You should not be into any of the shocks in future, when the amount is sanctioned. So ask clear questions about the processing fees, ask clear questions about the interest rate that's going to get levied, and give clarity whether you want the lump sum money in advance at one instance itself, or you are interested in taking as a pension, like month on month you are ready to take it. So ask these few questions, read all the documents details, and then the documents which they are asking is property documents, your address proof, your PAN card, and your legal hash details. All these you need to fill it up and then give it to the bank. So once it is done, the reverse mortgage is very easy to acquire, and that will actually take care of your financial needs in the retirement period. So acquire a house, hold a house, keep paying that loan, become a full owner of the house. Once the title is transferred to you, your retired life is very safe. Many companies have CSR activity, corporate social responsibility. Can I request the viewers that please take this as ISR activity, that individual social responsibility. Many of the senior citizens, many of the people who are aged are not aware that bank is giving this kind of a loan. Kindly reach out to the neighbors, reach out to the people who are in need, reach out to the people whom you are aware that their financial assistance will definitely help them. Kindly convey that there is a product called reverse mortgage which will be useful to them, that need not be repaid at all. They don't need to pay. Instead, bank will keep paying them month on month for their survival and medical requirement and other needs. And the final repayment can happen either by selling the property or paying by their legal heirs. So it's very useful product that is available with the bank. I hope with this video I made some impact in each one of you who has been watching this, to make this beneficial to the people at large, especially senior citizens who are in need of this, and then you light their lamps in their lives. Thank you very much for patiently watching. Any questions you have on any of these parameters, please write in descriptions. We will discuss in detail. Thank you very much. Bye.